hurricane, a tidal wave. Essence perfect, life looks brilliant. Give me more of this. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You're burying me, burying me. Yeah, you're burying me, burying me. You've got me at the time. Push me out of myself. You've got me at the time. I can see, I can hear, going crazy, but the light has got me at the time. You've got me at the time. Get you out of my hand again. Is it wrong? Is it right? It's like I've won my final war without a fight. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. I know you bury me, bury me. You've got me at the time. Push me out of myself. You've got me at the time. I can see, I can hear, going crazy, but the light has got me hypnotized. You've got me at the time. Get you out of my head. Get you out of my head. Hurricane.
Please note.
Never gonna stop, never gonna change, never gonna do the things you say. I run my own way to get there. Fools are calling and I don't seem to care. In the air, no more crowd, just the opposite kind of few clouds. So tell me the storm is coming for the sake of all your lies. Why don't you try to be why? Now that I need you, why?
Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining in. This is Point of View, your Sunday sports stream. I am Bobby Munson, and beside me, it's my partner in crime with the NFL prediction. It's Oled. How you doing, Oled?
You know what's great? We get to fuck over Mark today.
Yay!
Because he's not here. He's not here. And he can raise all the disputes he wants next week. But guess what? He's not here to make any picks.
What's he gonna do about it? You know, while he's out.
We've been caught.
He's
on to our plan.
You're supposed to be blessing the rains down in Africa. Come on.
How dare you be here?
What's the time in Africa right now, too? Like, is this out of the norm for Mark? Like, normally he'd be getting ready for, a Sunday roast dinner around this time. Is this a little bit more on par time wise with us, or?
You think he gets ready for a roast dinner at 4:00 in the afternoon?
Too sure. Let's look. Maybe Mark can tell us.
I mean,
what time is it
in Tunisia?
6:04 p.m. Jesus Christ. Okay, so it's pretty much the same.
Yeah,
time is normal. All right then. Good to know. Good to know. So, Ed, how's your weekend been so far?
So far, so good. It's been a quiet weekend.
Are you muted, Ed?
I'm not muted.
Or either that or I'm. Oh, you know what? Hold on.
You're not plugged in.
That's on
I'm
my
good. It's been a quiet weekend. I went ahead and got some errands done yesterday. Me and my brother fixed my brakes. It made me get up very, very early, but now my car's safe, so that's good.
Good to hear.
A quiet weekend. Next week is my busy week.
I've seen the calendar. You've got a lot on the go.
I've got Talking Over on Tuesday. We're recording our pre-show on Wednesday. I then have to watch Agatha, do an Agatha post-show on Wednesday. Friday, I am doing Chaotic Wrestling's Halloween show, Haunting in Tewksbury 3.
Ooh.
Over the weekend, I have the Mini to go ahead and celebrate her birthday, which is on Tuesday.
Nice.
And then I have Halloween Havoc and the Halloween Havoc post-show on Sunday.
It's going to be a busy one. Yeah, the whole calendar's filled this week pretty much. So stay tuned for a lot of great, amazing streams coming up. I mean, for myself, it's a busy week because I got preparations for the big PPW show of the year.
Mark. We did not dare you to come on at all. We were hoping you weren't going to be here, period. And we're celebrating. But,
let's erase his predictions fast before he tries to get in here. But I mean, did he actually make any good predictions? That's, I guess, my next question. Or his predictions?
I don't know. I caught the show last week, but I honestly skipped the part where he made his next week predictions because I know he rattled them off.
Just as always, Mark started talking, Ed tunes out.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It makes the post show hard when I take that philosophy, but.
Well, before we get into this week's predictions, we will wait until our good friend STG has joined us in the chat here, so that, or Andre, whichever one, we need to get the perspective of the viewers anyway,
of the
stats, so that they can, they got to have a chance. They got to have a chance. Oh no,
he's not one of the people.
Oh no, say his name and he appears. Unfortunately,
he's the worst version of Joe Hendry there is.
Absolutely. Hello, everyone.
How's the vacation?
My hair is, by the way, so this is my hair with the humidity in that, right? Look. It'll pat myself in the eye. It is absolutely batshit crazy. But it's all right. It's been raining. If I can, hold on. I'll show you the view I currently have in my hotel room. So that is the view out to the sea. That I've currently got, and if you go directly that way, that's Italy, and if you go slightly to the right, it's Malta. And on those clouds the other day, just randomly with no rain, nothing, was thunder and lightning in the middle of the sea, and you could literally, from where I'm sat, 4 floors up from this, and you could literally see it. It was the weirdest, most bizarre thing I've ever seen in my existence of a human being. But quickly, talking of NFL predictions, I saw you guys did want me to come. I've only come in for about 10 minutes because I've told the wife and the mother and the kids that I have a bad belly when really I've run up here just to see you guys. But NFL predictions, this is basically what's happened. NFL, what did I pick between the Jags and the Patriots? Did I pick the Jags or did I pick the Jags?
You picked the Patriots, then Bobby played my clip, and you went to the Jags.
Yeah.
And it's turning out okay for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm quite happy with how is the scores and everything? Because I haven't been caught up to date with anything.
Well, the scores between us are the same as they always were because you picked everything we picked, with the exception of this game. Let me download the file right now. I can.
Getting the updated scores.
Yeah, I can get the updated scores.
Cool. How has everyone been, anyways? Everyone been all right?
Can't complain. Been doing good. I had a great time yesterday, joined by Ella J here on the channel to do our Big Brother review. That was an absolute blast to be joined doing that. And other than that, went for a nice big long hike yesterday afternoon. That it's been fun trying to get back into getting, exercising and stuff like that too, as much as possible. So been doing that. And preparations week for me, because again, big show for Prairie Pro Wrestling coming this Saturday. The big Halloween show that we got going on, the Ring of Horrors 3. It's gonna be a hell of a time. Can't wait to be there in so many ways, and in other ways, I can't wait for it to be over so that I don't have to stress about getting ready for the big Halloween show. So,
is that the TLC one?
That's the one. Yeah, we got the TLC match. We're crowning the first ever tag champs, and we're gonna have our annual gimmick battle royal as usual.
And are you and Papa Smokes going in costume again?
I'll be in costume, but I don't know if Papa Smokes will bother. Papa Smokes, too legendary to put a mask on.
So I got on a plane. I landed in Africa. I got to my hotel room. I had a look through, I go through YouTube to see how everything's doing. What the blimmin' hell was with that mask, by the way? That terrified the living hell out of me when I saw that. That was brilliant.
Great.
By the way. That is brilliant.
That would be the Terror Lord.
The Terror Lord.
Yeah. Terror Lord. Oh, that's brilliant. How's OLE been this week? Everyone been all right?
It's been so nice this whole week. I mean, not one problem, not one complaint. Everybody's like, I wonder what's different this week that's not like most weeks. And I'm like, I mean, I can tell you, but you're not going to like it.
It's been
How
good.
did I know you were going to come out with something like that? Oh, yeah. Also,
Mark?
as well, over here.
Mark, would you like it any other way?
We got like a water park that's inside of the hotel that you can go into. Yes, that is a crane. I don't know what they're doing over there. And the airport's just over there as well. So I've got one full day left after today. And then Tuesday I've got half a day and then coming back. And it's weird, like, because I haven't recorded or done anything. Like, I was sat there at the sunbed and I was like, I know they're going live. I know Ed doesn't want me to turn up, so I'm going to turn up. Just pure for that fact. But STG's here.
He is.
Hello, STG. How's Africa? Weirdly cold.
All right. So
Weirdly cold.
Updates. Here's Mark's sheet. Again,
Mhm.
it looks good
Smashed
for the Jags right now.
Smashed
They're up 12 in the third quarter. It looks good for the Jags. Here's STG and Andre. Not so good for them. A little bit more red on that sheet. And of course, since Mark copied all of our picks with the exception of today's game, ours is the same as Mark's.
How? Right. So you say I copied, but basically I went first and then Bobby went, even though we thought that Bobby was going to be 57. Oh, look at that.
He's
lovely jump.
Official point.
And then had another one, 58, because the Patriots are not coming back.
If they let Drake May lose, we might get back in this. They're trying to balance.
Game's not over till it's over.
It's 3 minutes into the second quarter, like the third quarter. Let's just calm down.
Yeah. I haven't been able to watch like any wrestling at all, apart from that photo that I sent in the Discord was the main event, which was a tag match. How's NXT been this week? Because I haven't been able to catch up on it.
It was all right. It was fine. It did its thing. It set some good things up. It didn't set up some good things. We got a tag match going on between Julia and Stephanie versus Roxanne and Cora. We've got Obafemi in a tables, ladders, and scares match against Tony D'Angelo at Halloween Havoc. Trick Williams will be facing Ethan Page in a Devil's Playground match to potentially probably main event Halloween Havoc. And we got a whole bunch of stuff set up. Nikita Lyons won with the help of Jada Parker. So it looks like we're getting some form of Jada Parker versus Lola Vice either before or at the pay-per-view. I petitioned that we get a 6-way match because of the fact that Terrible Trio wants a U.S. title match, and so now they have to face Julia and Stephanie next week. And I feel like there's going to be shenanigans in that match to let them win. And they didn't say that one of them would get a title match. They just said they would get a title match. So I think it'd be funny if they all tried to get that title match. And then Ava's like, well, if that's the way you want it, then so do Lola and so do Jada. And we get six-person winner-take-all North American Women's Championship match.
Bobby mentioning
Isn't reality wrestling Booker T's?
Yeah.
So it's official then that Booker T is a believer.
Oh, of course.
After him denying
he's the leader of the fan club. He's the leader of the fan club.
Exactly.
He was there from day one, I'm sure. All right. So we got those updated scores. We got everything there, and we've got Mark here. Mark, how much longer do we have you here for? Oh, he's frozen out. He's going back into the hotel.
Yeah. I've gone inside. I've gone inside in the room now. Yeah.
So you literally said you had a bad tummy ache in order to be able to be on the show today. So
he's lying to his wife. Lying to his mother. He's just.
It's a good thing they don't watch our show, huh?
Exactly.
It's a good thing nobody watched
either. But no, I'm going to go in a sec because I've got to go back down. But no, I wanted to come in and see how everyone was doing because I miss you all, especially Ed, because Ed loves me and I love Ed, and we got this great romance going on, so it's even better.
Let me see if I can do this the right way. Oh, Mark, we've missed you terribly. We all miss you and can't wait for you to return. Sorry, I was looking at the script that I was told to read if you did this.
It goes along well with the videos that were made last week.
About Blue Picks and history. Yes, I do. Yeah.
Mark's also in a good mood because Reading FC actually won by a good margin yesterday.
I did.
Yeah.
Rangers.
I've seen the goals. Are they playing today? They are playing today.
I don't know.
Celtic.
I just know that you love the Rangers as much as you love Reading because Gallus is their number one fans and you're their number one fan. So obviously, y'all like the same things.
No, Gallus is a Celtic fan, and that's why they deserve nothing great in life.
Celtic, not Rangers. Sorry.
No. Yeah. So, Lewis Wing, if you don't know who he is, please look him up. He is the best midfielder in League One, and that's not me just saying that. That's every team that we ever play against. He has a scoring record of never scoring inside of the box. Yesterday, he hit a 30-yard screamer to make it 1-0. Then we conceded, 2-1. Then we conceded. And going on, it was quite weird because after the game, normally if we do a win, the manager comes out and says, that's a great win, I'm really happy with that. Let's move on to the next game. But he came out and said, I'm not happy with that performance at all. And we need to get better at that if we want to do better. And I was like, that's the change of shift that we haven't seen under the Reading manager since he's come in. It was like a complete switch of what he'd done before. We're being after a win, being really critical. To be fair, we did play bottom of the league. Then they are very much like the Southampton are in the Premier League at the moment, possession based, but means nothing at the end of it. But it's also a great win, and to keep moving up the table, getting away from the relegation zone where I thought we might be this season due to the ownership. Nothing's changed on the ownership part, to my knowledge. There's a Saudi-based consortium that are looking at us again. Love you, Saudis. I knew that was coming. As soon as I said that, I knew that was coming.
You deserved it.
But I might have to have it at some point. But no, it's just very much of like I saw yesterday that Man United just about won, but you won.
No, we did win, but just barely.
Yeah, but you had to win. To be fair,
we had to.
but you were going up against the set piece kings, along with Arsenal in Brentford. So it's interesting because Manchester City. I don't know, Bobby, if you know what the score is, but when I saw it, they 1-1 against Wolves in the 90th minute or something like that. And Arsenal losing yesterday as well. The Premier League's becoming a little bit unpredictable because City are losing, Arsenal are not winning with a game that they should have won. Chelsea are winning games. United are topsy-turvy. Newcastle are losing. Brighton are all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
This year's been a good year for Premier League action because you just don't know what's going to happen. But
it's been a good year unless you're Southampton or Wolves. Then it's been the shit year. But
yeah, but no one cares about Southampton anyway, so it's even better.
Tell that to all my family back home.
Yeah, I do.
I thought we were going to get away without all this chit chat this week.
Yeah, we almost did, but then Mark showed up.
Hey!
I mean, I can fix that.
And just like that, he's gone. Oh my God, where did he go? Oh no, he's back. He's back. Oh, and he's closer to the video. Oh no, Jesus, like he's making out with his screen.
Right, but just before I go, I'm going to go. Mark deleted. No, we are not hardy in this. But just before I go, I will be back properly next week on OLE because my internet is now fixed in the new place. Ed will be getting more annoyed because I'm going to be messaging him as soon as I land and tell him how much I love him for the rest of the week when I come back. That's even better. But I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I hope everyone's doing well with their mental health and everything. I know we've had a little bit of difficulties with my son out here with his mental breakdowns that he has due to his non-verbal autistic. So we've had a bit of struggles at times, but the good thing is we're all together and we're all doing things. So I just want to say before I go, make sure that if you are never alone, that there is always people there for you. And if you don't have anyone, then please message me or message Bobby or Ed. Ed, you will probably get a sarcastic reply, but he's always there for you, as well as everyone else. So, but make sure everyone's here for you. I will see all of you properly next week. And when I come back, I'm expecting by the way, I have checked my picks 3 times and no one's changed them by the time I've done them, Ed. So I'm making sure it's all good. But
just so we're clear, I don't use access to the sheet, so we're fine.
That's a good point. Right,
he's still here though. SDG, he's still here.
I'm still here a bit.
And he can still watch the sheet for that matter.
Exactly, and also SDG. Even if you change my answers, I'm still better than you, so it doesn't even matter. With the picks that whatever happens anyway. So it's even better than that.
I'm surprised he didn't throw an and you know it at the end of that.
And you can't teach. I can't be asked. Right. Love you all. I'll see you all soon.
Sounds good, Mark. Safe travel back, mate.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Cheers. All right. Now that's out of the way. Then there were 2. And so we adjusted the screen to this. There we go. All right.
I mean, yeah, we don't need the background. It's fine.
Nah, who cares? It's just a background. It still says OLE.
It's been a fun week. Now, I know you and I, you and I see things from a certain angle when it comes to certain promotions. But can we talk about something great for Canadian wrestling here?
We sure
Last night, we had Mauro Ranallo running down wrestling cards for AEW. Now, this was at the last night was the debut, correct? Of Maple Leaf.
Yeah.
Did you get to catch any of that? I don't know where they're broadcasting or what they're broadcasting on, but I know I saw pictures of it. Did you get to catch any of it?
I have not watched it just yet, unfortunately. I do intend to, very much so, but I did not catch it last night.
Do we know which service I need to look into for this? Because Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling seems interesting.
So I believe that you can actually order the card, the 2-day card, the second half of it tonight. Kitty's not feeling too good. Yeah. Well, he's eating too fast. I apologize. Everyone's about to hear Kitty getting sick. But no, last night they had part 1 of 2 for their card. You can order it, I believe, through Triller TV is where it's at. Yeah. And who knows? Andre could come too. Yes, he could, and then we'll adjust the screen. But we'll see. But yes, they did have their night 1 was last night. So congratulations to them. I'm really happy to see Canadian pro wrestling get another opportunity here, even though at least 50% or more are not actually Canadians on the card, but that's okay. It's they're trying to do enough to make sure that they can establish a promotion, I think is what it is. And that's good on Scott Diamore for doing so. And it's Astrid. Hello, Astrid. Thanks for joining us on the show. And then STG Diamore booking makes it credible. Yeah, I would agree. And then some hellos to Astrid, Hollywood Astrid. Yes, Hollywood Astrid is here in the house.
She's got a new name coming on Tuesday once the Bound for Glory predictions premieres. Astrid knows what I'm talking about.
Can't wait to find out. STG's excited as well, too.
Yeah, STG's going to be very excited when he hears this one.
Yeah. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, as well too, as it stands, the Bound for Glory post show is going to be the Power of the Ladies here on OLE podcast coming up this Saturday night. So look forward to that. The ladies are taking over and going to be talking Bound for Glory this Saturday night. So I'm sure it'll end up being our most watched show. I guarantee it. Bobby saying he did watch Giselle Shaw's match against Mio Yamashita from night 1. That would be a good one. I would be very much looking forward to that.
Last night was also Takashita versus Josh Alexander, if I remember correctly.
Now that's another great matchup I'd be looking forward to as well, too. 2 guys I really respect the in-ring work of. So, yeah, I'm going to look forward to it. Please no spoilers because I haven't seen it yet, so I'd like to still watch. But, Ed, what do you say? Should we get down to screwing with Mark's predictions? I mean, picking our picks for the week along with the chat here and then saying what ones that we got from the rest of them.
Sure. I think that wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea.
All right, let's get on with it. It's NFL predictions time. All right, game number 1, we have the Miami Dolphins taking on the Indianapolis Colts, and I can let you all know that Mark is. What was that, Ed?
I said Colts, please.
Yes, I figured as much. I think we can predict quite well that Mark already took the Dolphins. Hold on here. Did he lock me out of editing this thing? There's something up here.
Shenanigans with Mark.
That's right.
Be shenanigans.
I can't edit. Why can't I edit? This makes no sense. All right, well, we're going to have to go back to the old pen and paper here because apparently somehow I'm locked out of editing this file. I swear Mark doesn't trust us. This is what it comes down to. Mark doesn't trust us, and now I can't edit this.
Why would he not trust us?
I have no idea.
What makes him think that we would ever do anything shenanigan-y with this?
Well, especially with this match. I mean, come on. Mark logged into the spreadsheet to prevent editing. He sure did. I get all of a sudden, I'm like completely locked out. I can't even write up. Try to write Colts in our spot, and I can't do it. Anyway. All right. So we're going to go Colts for myself and Ed. Mark has the Dolphins, and SDG and the chat went Dolphins as well, too.
Oh, Bobby's great. Bobby trusts us.
Oh, of course. That's what good friends do right there, Bobby. That's what good friends do.
STG might not get the Colts. Might not get the Dolphins. We got the Colts in here for Bobby.
Bobby wants the Colts, but STG's going Dolphins. But
STG's also the one putting 10 subs in the line. So
that's right.
STG and the Dolphins.
And trailing. So I mean, he's got to make up some ground somewhere. So I think we're gonna have to go with the stick with the Dolphins pick there for STG. All right, so going on to match number 2, where I can't edit again. We got the Detroit Lions at the Minnesota Vikings, and I can let you know that Mark picked the Lions on this one.
I don't care what Mark picked. I think it's the Lions anyways. I've been picking the Lions every week. The Lions are a great team. Like, let's not get around this. I think as of right now, if I were to pick Super Bowl contenders, I think the Lions are my NFC Super Bowl contenders. This team is firing on a lot of cylinders. They got a good run game. They can play well. I mean,
it's theirs to lose, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and honestly, it's like I hate to agree with Mark, but I kind of have to. Like, it has to be Lions.
Yeah. STG saying the Lions are a smart pick, but the Vikings are coming off of a bye week.
Ooh, I forgot bye weeks have started. Yes. Oh, and the Eagles sports girls are split, so that's not helping me. You want to go Vikes? I think we should go Lions, but if you want to go Vikings, we can go Vikings. Chris Best jumping in.
Yeah.
And the best team going Lions.
Look
at this. Look at all the people in the chat. Look at all the people in the chat now. STG is not picking for himself anymore.
STG, you gotta get your team under control here, brother.
SCG doesn't want the Lions, so it's okay.
Yeah. It seems to be unanimous across the board that everybody's going with the Lions this week. Yeah. All right. Moving on to the next game then. But I still can't edit. Damn you, Mark. Damn you. All right. We got the Seattle Seahawks at the Atlanta Falcons. And I can let you all know Mark picked the Falcons.
Yeah, that's probably the good pick. I mean, the chat's going to go Seahawks because yeah. That's my bias.
It's his bias. And he's putting the money on the line. So, I mean, we can't really argue with the boss here.
If anybody else wants to guarantee that they're going to put up 10 subs on Twitch for that, then
you got to have an argument. You have to trump him. That's the thing. It's like if he's got 10, you got to go 11 in order to take the majority, right? So,
I mean, the Falcons are the smart pick here, I think, to be honest with you. I like the Falcons a lot here. Stop saying Mark's picks ahead of time so that I can say them, our pick first, and then so we don't get accused of trying to coast off Mark's picks.
All right.
I know he's made his pick, so I don't want to,
Moving forward, we will for sure then. For sure. Done deal. All right. Oh, if there's nobody willing to put up 11 subs, we're going to take STG's pick of the Seahawks this week. All right. Next game, we got the Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Giants. I will let you know Mark's pick in a moment. Ed, what do we got?
Let's go. What was the game again? Sorry, the Giants, right?
Eagles and the Giants, yeah.
Anybody but the Giants.
Anybody but the Giants.
Anybody but the Giants.
Going to be a unanimous across the board. It was Eagles that Mark had picked. So does STG. So it looks like we're going to end up with the Eagles across the board for that game. Next game up, we've got the Tennessee Titans and the Buffalo Bills. Who do you think we should go with on this one?
I can't say it. You pick. No, it's the Bills. It's the Bills. I'd love to pick the Titans here, but they played great against the Pats last week. But can't do it.
Okay, we're going Bills across the board then.
Yeah.
As STG saying that the Titans are starting Mason Rudolph. All right. Mark picked the Bills too. So, Bills right across the board.
I'm feeling a lot of these picks are going to be across the board.
Yeah. All right. We got the Houston Texans and the Green Bay Packers.
You know what? Let's go out on a limb here. Let's go Packers.
Packers? Okay.
Go Packers.
Packers. Mark went Texans. STG saying this is the game of the week.
STG is very interested in this game.
Packers at home ?
I believe so. I'm double checking now.
Houston Texans are at the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, so at Packers means at Green Bay.
Yeah.
Packers home.
Packers due to the fact that they're at home and Bobby's on
Lambeau's a wonderful place. I've actually been, and I've been able to touch the Kentucky bluegrass AstroTurf that they have there on the field. It's very nice. It's a beautiful stadium. It is the only sports team in North America that is technically publicly owned.
All right. But because Mark picked different on this one, he picked the Texans. We can officially play this just for Mark.
Mark, you absolute numpty. Why would you make that pick?
I hope that doesn't bite us in the ass come the game time.
It did last week.
It really did, actually.
He was going to go down with us by picking the Patriots, and now he played that, and he jumped to the Jags, and now he's going to win.
Yeah. They're publicly owned due to a grandfathered clause. All right. Yeah, Bobby, that's the video we play when Mark makes a different pick from us. All right, next game, we've got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Cleveland Browns.
God, Browns are awful. Like awful.
What a shitty game.
Yeah, really is a shitty game.
Deshaun Watson can't throw a ball, but so he's picking the Bengals.
Yeah, I think we got to go that way too. Like, Bengals? I'd love to not pick the Bengals, but
all right.
Let's put it this way: I wouldn't put money on this game.
Not unless you're really interested in losing or you're very daring. So Bengals across the board, it looks like then for this week. Mm-hmm. All right, next game up, we have the Las Vegas Raiders at the Los Angeles Rams. I have a feeling I know which direction this goes.
Give me the Rams,
least experienced. I was already filling it in for us. Rams and SDG. It took nothing at all.
The Raiders are good. Like, the Raiders are a halfway decent team, and that organization is so historic, but no. All
right. So Rams across the board. I figured that was an easy pick. Yeah, Bobby even coming in with the Rams. All right, next game up, we have the Carolina Panthers at the Washington Commanders. Commanders.
They are the only team I think that I could see challenging those Lions for the NFC.
Yeah.
Commanders are great this year.
Yeah. I know they picked us up a couple points for sure. Commanders. There we go. Commanders are across the board.
The Carolina upsets are not paying off. No, they are not, STG.
Definitely not. All right, next up, we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the San Francisco 49ers.
Now, I know this bit us in the ass a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
I think we go Niners.
Go Niners?
I think we go Niners.
Let's do it.
They can't win every week.
Let's do it.
Chiefs can't win every week.
That's STG. Chiefs for me. Biased pick, but Chiefs are coming off the bye week.
Yeah. No, but
we gotta have a Hail Mary here.
We gotta try to make some moves. Like, if we just keep picking the chalk, Mark's cheap. Mark's easy. Mark's gonna pick the chalk. So we kind of gotta try to take our shots where we can.
And he told me this is what he's gonna do with this kind of point lead at the moment. He's just going to try to play it safe across the board almost all the time. So we gotta really throw for those long yards here and pick up some points. So
the playoffs are where things are going to get real interesting. That's where this thing's going to start to tighten up, because it's not just a regular season thing. We're going to keep picking these through the playoffs, right?
Oh, I would hope so. So. Especially if we still have ground to make up at that point. Yeah, we'll wait and see. All right, but yes, it looks like we're going to go 49ers. Chiefs are for Mark and for STG in the chat here. So moving on to the next game listed is the New York Jets are at the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Now, we've picked the Steelers a bunch this season.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never really worked out for us all that well.
Not when we pick them.
But I'm a Patriots fan, and I can't pick the Jets. So we're going to go Steelers one more time.
All right. So it's going to end up being Steelers across the board then because of that. So they better get us points this time, goddammit.
Did Mark lose as well, you said?
He did, yeah. It's across the board on that one. So, okay. All right, next we got the Baltimore Ravens at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I'm feeling Baltimore here.
Baltimore.
Feeling Baltimore. What do you think? Do you have any opinions otherwise on any of these?
No, this is the wrong sport to be asking my opinion on, but no, I'm with you on this. I've started to pay a little bit more attention just because we've been doing this whole thing, but yeah. Oh, here we got STG. Here's where I'm swinging upset. Buccaneers. Oh, it's a heavyweight match for me. STG.
Yeah, this is a good. This looks like it'll be a good game. I'm all right with this.
The Buccaneers. All right, STG. I like it. I like when people shoot for the fences. All right, last game that we got on this week's list here, we got the Minnesota Vikings at the Los Angeles Rams.
I mean, I want to go Rams to kind of change things up, but I think it's got to be the Vikings.
Oh, hold on. Wait, Daddy Bobby. Okay, I'm waiting. Are we missing an Arizona game from Monday?
I believe so.
All right. I'm just reading what's on the list here, but
that means Mark doesn't have a pick. He loses a point.
Is that the one that goes? Okay, so he's got rolled over into week 8 Arizona Cardinals and Miami Dolphins. Was that one?
No, it might be. I don't know.
Or what's the game, STG? Let me know. Did he miss 2 Monday night games?
Hold on.
Does Mark get like 2 like not applicables here?
Monday Night Football. So Monday night this week is the Ravens at the Bucks and the Chargers at the Cardinals.
Okay, so Ravens at Chargers at Arizona.
Yeah, that's the game. That's the second game this week on Monday night. So we already picked the Ravens Bucks.
Okay.
We have to pick the Chargers and Cardinals.
Okay, let's do Chargers and Cardinals right now then. Mark gets an NA.
No, we'll reach out. Honestly, for other people who really think we screw with Mark, we will reach out to Mark via the Discord after the show is over and have him pick this game.
All right. Okay. Who are we picking on that one then, Ed?
Let's go Chargers.
Chargers? Okay.
No. Let's go Cardinals.
Cardinals? Okay.
Cardinals.
Yeah. Chargers.
Both teams are crap. I don't know. There is.
That's why Mark
talking about there's a 1-4 game. It's a 1-4 against a 2-4. Like this is utter like dumpster fire shit.
All right. Okay, and then back to that other game, we had the Vikings at the Rams. I don't know if
and
we
then it's the Vikings
picked through that one. Vikings for us. Okay. Yeah. Vikings. Mark picked Vikings. SDG's picking Vikings. All right. All right, so that is our list. I will just recap it here. When it comes to the Colts and the Dolphins, we've got Ed and I are picking the Colts. Mark and the chat are going with the Dolphins. We've got the Lions and the Vikings. It's Lions across the board. In the game of the Falcons and the Seahawks, we've got Falcons for Ed and I, Falcons for Mark, Seahawks for the chat. In the game of the Eagles taking on the Giants, it's Eagles across the board. The Bills versus the Titans, we got the Bills across the board. When it comes to the Packers and the Texans, we've got the Packers for the chat and for Ed and I, Texans for Mark. In the match of the Bengals and the Browns, we got Bengals across the board. Then we've got the Rams and the Raiders. We got the Rams across the board. Commanders versus the Panthers. We got Commanders across the board. The 49ers and the Chiefs. Ed and I went 49ers. Chiefs for Mark and the chat. We've got the Steelers taking on, hold on here, the Jets. That's Steelers across the board. The Ravens and the Buccaneers. Ed, you and I, plus Mark got the Ravens. Buccaneers for the chat. That Vikings and Rams game, it's Vikings across the board. And then the Cardinals and the Chargers will reach out to Mark. We got Cardinals for myself and Ed, Chargers for the chat. It should be an interesting week. At least this week, there is an opportunity for some makeup points here. There's a chance for this to swing differently.
We got Lamath champion jumping in and saying, isn't it Las Vegas at the Rams?
Oh, we should
Bad buttons, Bobby.
Yeah, bad buttons, Bobby.
Yes, Las Vegas. I think a lot of people still remember the Raiders as Oakland, I believe.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be
and this is some good-natured banter from the Get the Tables chat, as these are STG and Lamath champion are both frequent guests of the Get the Tables watch along. So Bobby, you kept saying Vikings or the Rams. That's the Monday night matchup. That's the Thursday night matchup next week.
I am the least experienced NFL person on this show, channel, everything. So, pardon my ignorance. I read what's on the paper, and sometimes I don't even read well. So, it goes that way, unfortunately.
Bobby's Canadian. You gotta cut him some slack and
we only have like 12 teams in our entire league. Like everybody but 2 make the playoffs, kind of thing. It's a sad state of affairs here in Canada. Is it only 8? Fuck, that's okay. I knew it was low. I didn't know it was that low. I mean, okay. I mean, sometimes there's more than one in a province. I just wasn't too sure, but
what the funny thing is, though? Bobby can't figure out how many teams are in all the CFL. But if I asked him to name each division by team for the Premier League from every division, I guarantee you he could go at least 3 or 4 divisions without missing a pick.
Yeah, I probably could. I probably could. Hold on. STG saying BC, yeah, Calgary, Edmonton, Saskatchewan, Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal. You've got Winnipeg as well too. You missed in there, so Winnipeg is another one, and yeah, Winterpeg. I think that might be it. I think that is it. Yeah, I can't miss that one because that's Papa Smokes' team. He'd murder me if I didn't say Winnipeg there for you. So. Yeah, I guess we do only have 8. And at one point in time, we were so creative with our team names that we had the Saskatchewan Roughriders and the Montreal Roughriders. No, the Ottawa Roughriders. That was it. Now they're the Ottawa Red Blacks or something like that. Something along those lines. I'm from Winnipeg. You stupid idiot, says Chris Jericho.
Quote the guy who got unalived in Terrifier 3.
Oh, he didn't make it very far. But apparently, because of his inflated ego, that's why we all watched the Terrifier series. Though I heard Halifax wants a franchise. Maybe they do. The Rough Riders folded and was brought back as the Renegade. Oh, the Renegades. Okay. Yeah. I'm never too sure, but
I'm surprised there aren't any more moose-based team names up there in Canada.
Well, Edmonton has the Elks.
See, I honestly thought that I was going to be telling a joke, and I'm correct.
We're really complicated. You got the BC Lions, you got the Edmonton Elks, the Calgary. It's Calgary. What the? I don't even know. What's Calgary's name? I'm not sure.
Eskimos.
That's what Edmonton originally was, but then they were told they couldn't. Yeah, the Stampeders. That's it. Of course, it's the Stampeders.
Well, that makes sense. The Canadians, like Calgary Stampede. Yeah.
Yeah. Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Montreal Alouettes, Toronto Suns.
The Alouettes is kind of fun. That's a fun name. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's some kind of race up there, but sounds fun.
Moose Jaw, Terrence, and Phillip. I want to meet Moose Jaw, Terrence, and Phillip. They sound like a good duo.
The Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Oh, yeah, we were missing a team. Yeah, the Hamilton Tiger Cats. That's it. So we have 9. Yeah, we have 9. So it's odd about how you get into the playoffs, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it like one team doesn't make it or something stupid like that where it's like you're the one reject of all the league not making the playoffs that season? It's a sad thing.
Fucking Canadians.
Yeah, one team doesn't make it. That's exactly how it is. Like nothing like being that team that season.
Once I get the Disney Plus edition of Deadpool and Wolverine, I'm going to go ahead and pull it in here, and I'm going to pull out 2 clips, 2 single clips.
Yep.
Truthful Timmy from Saskatchewan for you.
Yep, I remember that one.
And then we're going to pull out the get the name of my country out of your goddamn mouth.
Yeah.
For when me and Mark and everybody else on this network bash Canada.
It's
fun.
fun.
Lord, you come in and play the button.
As a Canadian, I'm okay with it because you know why? Even we bash our own country because it's fun. It's hilarious.
You're allowed to bash your own country. You're just supposed to be angry when other people do it.
No, we think it's hilarious. It's like anytime, like, you know, when the South Park movie came about and it was all Canadian bad mouthing throughout that thing, we watched that in hilarity because guess what? We were being talked about in the movies. It didn't matter if it was in a negative light. It was like they're talking about Canada. Yay! Here we go.
So Canadians really are just children, like just little kids. The Mick Foley cheap pop. They mentioned my city. Woo!
You should. Okay, this isn't even a joke. I've been to movies before, and like example, Deadpool and Wolverine. When they named Timmy from Saskatoon in this movie, everyone in the theater, yeah, woo! I know that city. Like, you know, that's exactly the kind of pop that happens in a movie theater when we hear the name of our city mentioned or anything like that. It's wonderful.
I like how we keep repeating the first part of that because both of us are like, I don't know if we want to say on air what the second part of that line was.
Now the Canadian government has apologized for Bryan Adams on many occasions. I thought it was Celine Dion that they apologized for, not
why would you apologize
for
for Celine Dion? She's delightful.
Yeah, we had to apologize for Beaver, not so much Bryan Adams. It's true. But I think at the time I think at the time the joke was Celine Dion. But I mean, yes, she is a national treasure. So we it's all in good fun, and I'm sure Celine Dion probably found it funny as well too.
Shania Twain. She's Canadian too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, and we make jokes about our fellow Canadians. It's all fun. It's all in good fun.
Did you realize the NSYNC opening credits is because of something that happened during Deadpool 2 with Celine Dion?
No, I did not.
So we got Job Not Wrestling say that don't impress me much. This Shania Twain reference, I like that. No, so when they did the music video for the song that Celine Dion sang, that was the opening credits of the second movie. At the end of it, Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool character comes in and says, Celine, that was amazing. That was fantastic. Now we need you to take it down a bit. You're at a 10. We need you at about a 6 or a 7 at most. Because it's Deadpool. It's Deadpool, and he doesn't want the best. He wants right in the middle. And she's like, well, if you want right in the middle, you need to go get somebody else. And then Deadpool looks at the camera and goes, man, I knew I should have just got NSYNC.
Perfect. That's fantastic. That whole opening sequence was great too, by the way. Because
the Deadpool movies are such creative freedom gone wild. I have an illegal copy of the movie that I've been thoroughly enjoying the last few weeks, as I'm not paying $30 for it.
How dare we? Who would do such a thing after spending so much to go see it in a theater?
I was gonna say I did my part. I spent $50 to go see this in a theater twice. I've spent my money.
Here's a question for you, Ed.
Yeah. Marvel characters. It starts with Loki. I think it starts with Loki. And then you get to right now. I'm a big fan of Miss Marvel. I think she's delightful. Aman Vellani is another Canadian national treasure. Pirated, yes. There's so many great characters in the comics. I was always a fan of Carnage and Venom. I was because again they were so incredibly cartoonishly drawn in the 90s when I grew up that it's just it took it to another level. But the MCU's done a really good job of making characters that people didn't love in the comics, like these household names, and made these actors household names and made them lots of money. So it's always nice.
Yeah. I mean, there's always tons of good ones. I mean, for me growing up, I was always a big Spider-Man geek. So my love of anything superheroes started with Spider-Man first and foremost, kind of thing. So I've always been drawn to the Spider-Man series more than anything. But I mean, since then, since what we've seen adapted to screen and TV screens and everything like that, my tastes have changed over the years and everything too. So, I mean, obviously, like you've been talking week after week, Agatha right now has been one of the coolest things that Marvel's done in so long, and I'm there for it. I'm loving every bit of it. STG saying, as a kid, X-Men was what started my, and that was another big one as well too, especially with the 90s cartoon and everything, because you'd have usually X-Men and Spider-Man almost back to back with those cartoons, at least on the channels that I was watching out here. It was always great. Not so much the live action movie. There's been good live action movies for X-Men. Like lots of
they're making some great X-Men 1, 2, and then First Class in Days of Future Past are fantastic.
Yeah.
And if you pretend that there are no other X-Men movies other than those, you're fine.
Hold on, but the Dark Phoenix original saga had me scared about Jean Grey's life. It was well done. It was well done in the comics and all that. It was not so much in the movies.
Not the movies, but the TV show did Dark Phoenix really well.
Yeah, but
that's why X-Men 97 was such a great success.
It was
because all those people that love that original X-Men franchise.
Yeah. Going back to Bobby's question here, Ed, your thoughts on NXT's Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson being on SmackDown? Yeah, let's get your opinion on that, Ed. I mean, I only called you out for it.
There's this thing. Like, I've been talking well about Lash Legend for probably about a year now. Like, let's be honest here. Like, I've been talking positively about Lash Legend for about a year now. I think she's made great strides from the early days where I used to bash her every chance I got.
And you did.
And I did. And I take full credit for that. Like, I it is what it is. Like, I called it like I saw it with her. However, she's put in the work. She's done the things she needs to do. She is becoming a top-tier talent. She was in there with Piper Niven, and she showed up and showed out, and she did exactly what she needed to. She is a fantastic talent. And if they cultivate her the right way and they have her work with the right people, there is no telling how good she can become. And Jakara Jackson has been injured too much to really have a line on, but I think she's phenomenal. I think she's got a great thing. She reminds me of a young Bianca Belair in a lot of ways. She's got this very early NXT Bianca Belair attitude that I think could really work for her. I also think it could really work for Bianca Belair if they ever let her go back to it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I know I jokingly called you. I know you've been talking positively and stuff like that, but it was just for fun. But
absolutely.
Of course, then we'll just see Justice for Lexus next, or Justice there for King, whichever one. My hashtags, they have some power, Ed. We're gonna get these lower levels that you're making fun of now. We're gonna keep pushing them. We're gonna light a fire up under them. They're only gonna get better, and then you're gonna love them. One day you're going to be sitting there. There will be a picture of you and your good buddy Lexus King sitting at a table breaking bread together. It'll be delightful.
There will never be a picture of me and Lexus King breaking bread together.
Come on. I need to see that. We need to make that. Now I've got to find a way that I'm going to make that.
I mean, you could Photoshop it, but it's not going to be real.
It doesn't matter if it's real. It's real to me, damn it. It's real to me.
Also, I didn't have me agreeing with Jim Cornette on The Undertaker and Kane in my 2024 bingo card. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't live in the United States or watch U.S. politics.
See, I mean, I could have told you that though too, because I know damn well that he has a big hate on for that side of the fence and everybody who agrees with that side of the fence. So I easily could have predicted that. But as soon as I heard the Undertaker was doing that, I could have predicted that was coming. So go figure.
The day Lexus King and Ed break bread together is the day I go, maybe I need to make it now. I might need to make it happen just so we can get STG to be, a bit healthier.
And 70% of that. Yeah, that would be a good enough reason to do so.
We are certainly one hell of a TV show. By the way, for anybody paying attention who does watch Taking Over will be on the week of the election. Will be on the Wednesday. It's going to be head to head with AEW Dynamite. It's going to be a very, very. Thank God there's no Agatha that week. So I don't have to worry about the Marvel talk. But we're going to be head-to-head with AEW that week because Tuesday night, they're now on the CW. The CW now covers elections because they're a network television show. So we will not be having our NXT coverage on that Tuesday. So that will be November 6th.
November 6th.
It'll be moved to November 7th.
All right. So that'll be coming up soon. But we'll make sure that's rearranged on the calendar so everybody remembers. But we're going to make this the last one of the day here before we wrap up. Ed, give me one for the men's side and one for the women's side. Next NXT challenges, NXT talents to feature in the Royal Rumble.
I think we see on the women's side, I think we see Roxanne Perez in her first official portion of her call up to the main roster in the Rumble again. If you want a first-time talent, I would say Stephanie Vakir is going to be in that Rumble for the women's side. And for the men, I think it's Trick Willie. I legitimately believe that we're going to see Trick Williams in there.
I was thinking even Obafemi because there could be some big boys that want to toss him around as well too. So be interesting to see. No Julia yet.
I don't think they just tossed Julia into the Royal Rumble. I think Julia will be on the main roster after Stand and Deliver, but I think I don't think she's Rumbled. I think it'd be a lot more fun to have. Trick and Thick Romney would definitely make it work. I mean, I'm never opposed to that.
Bobby Zane, Ethan Page, Javon Evans, or Sol Ruka and Kalani Jordan.
Yeah. I mean, if they do Sol Ruka, they could always try to see if they could manage those Kofi and Naomi spots for her. I think she'd be up for the challenge.
Yeah, definitely could be. So I guess we're not that far away from it. So I guess we will know fairly soon.
We will know in February because the Royal Rumble is technically in February this year.
I know. Weird timing. Just like, wait until, 420 to watch WrestleMania. But,
by the way, Bobby, you are not allowed on the post-show coverage for Rumble Night 2. Mania Night 1.
Mania Night 2? I have to do Mania Night 1 just to be on the safe side? Fair enough.
You have to do Mania Night 1. Bobby, I know how much you enjoyed that particular day, so you are forced to be on the first show.
It's not like I'm not partaking on both days, but needless to say, Ed,
I know.
What do you got coming up? Where can the people find you?
I've got all kinds of stuff coming up. You can find me on Twitter at EdFries12584. You can find me on the Twitch at twitch.tv/EdFries2002. On Tuesday, we have Taking Over with the lovely Astrid Pizarro. Sometime this week, I think it's going to be early this week, we are dropping our preview show of Bound for Glory over on the My Guest at This Time on Jose on the Air's channel. Jose on the Air is a wonderful friend of the channel. He brought me and Astrid in there to talk about that, so you can catch our thoughts on that this week, so you can see what we think about Bound for Glory heading into the show. We have Marvel Talk on Wednesday night as we do episode 7 of Agatha All Along. We're 2 weeks away from the end of Agatha, so I'm very excited after last week's episode. A special look back at the teen last week, so fun episode there. Very much looking forward to where that goes from here. Then on Friday, I'm headed out to the Chaotic Wrestling Show. Going to be very excited for that. So we'll talk about that on Point of View on Sunday. And then on Saturday night, during or before Bound for Glory, we'll be dropping the recorded pre-show for Halloween Havoc. And then Sunday night, we'll have the post-show for Halloween Havoc. So make sure you join us there. Whole bunch of Ed going on this week. And also don't forget, not this Thursday, but next Thursday, I'm taking over the What the Fuck Do We Know About Wrestling Pub Trivia Quiz and making Munson compete for once.
This is bad. I fear for my life already, but it'll be interesting nonetheless because they've got a great panel. Myself, Papa Smokes, Kimmy Sokol, Auntie Collins are going to be participating on screen. And you, the viewers, can join us in a live capacity playing on Twitch or YouTube that night. So make sure you tuned in on Halloween night for the trivia night. But for what I've got going up, my credentials are right down there below. Bobby Munson on the X, Real Bobby Munson. Instagram and Threads is at Video Bros SK, and over on the Twitch, it's Video Bro _ Bobby Munson. What do I got coming up? Well, if you haven't done so already, like Bobby just mentioned about my Big Brother review that I did with Ella J, that is now available on the channel. So go and check that out. Thank you guys. Great show as always. Thank you, STG, for participating and being here, supporting. Absolutely appreciate it, man. What else do I got coming up? Thursday's Ring Respect Radio is going to be dedicated to a preview show for Prairie Pro Wrestling's Ring of Horrors 3, because this Saturday, myself and Pop Smokes are going to be out ringside filming and taping one of the biggest show of our year, and it's going to be chaos because we got the big TLC match. We've got the crowning of the first ever Prairie Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions, and we've got that gimmick battle royal and so much more. So make sure that you're checking out Prairie Pro Wrestling across all the socials to find out more about that, and following us on YouTube, where every Saturday we bring you a new match from our vaults. Then, of course, next Sunday, we're going to have so much to talk about between your Chaotic Wrestling, my Prairie Pro Wrestling, more NFL picks here on the channel as well, too. It's going to be one hell of a night, so stay tuned for that. Aside from that, check out all the latest movie reviews on the channel, including the one that I did, Killer Cuts, Chapter 13, Terrifier 3 review that I did with Astrid here. That has been doing some good numbers, and make sure to keep supporting. Where can you support? Well, you can support us at OLE Podcast down below across all social media, as well as on YouTube and Twitch. YouTube, where we have new content coming at you every single day, from short form content, long form content, and live videos just like this. You can follow us and follow all the great contributors from across the globe that have wonderful things to say. But that's going to be it for us this week on Point of View. From myself, from Ed Fries, we wish you a happy Sunday. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you in a week.